Today, we are diving deep into one of the most high-stakes, dramatic chess games in the aviation world right now. We are breaking down the massive 100-aircraft mega-deal between S7 Airlines and Russia's ambitious strategy to revive the Tupolev Tu-214. We will uncover the hidden tech roadblocks, the skyrocketing costs that have tripled overnight, and why this entire deal is currently hanging by a very thin thread. We will also look at the massive fight over cockpit redesigns and whether S7 might just dump this whole plan for a completely different aircraft. There is a lot of hidden drama behind these hangar doors, so make sure you watch this breakdown all the way to the end. Let's get right into how Russia's ambitious plan to re-establish large-scale production of the Tupolev Tu-214 has faced a major hurdle. Negotiations with S7 Airlines regarding a historic aircraft order have become increasingly uncertain. The agreement, which was projected to be one of the largest commercial aircraft agreements in Russia's post-sanctions aviation strategy, is currently confronted with technical, financial, and production-related challenges that have the potential to significantly alter it. Industry sources suggest that the proposed contract between S7 Airlines and the State Transport Leasing Company for up to 100 Tu-214 aircraft may either not materialize in its current form or be substantially reduced. Although discussions continue, there are still several unresolved issues that must be addressed before a final agreement can be signed. Here on Altitude Addicts, we closely track these massive shifts, and this particular standoff highlights just how tough the road ahead is. Moving forward, these intense negotiations are fundamentally driven by S7's demand that the Tu-214 be modernized to operate with a two-person flight crew as opposed to its conventional three-member cockpit configuration, which includes a flight engineer. The airline considers the cockpit redesign to be indispensable for the purpose of increasing competitiveness and reducing long-term operating costs. The requirement for a dedicated flight engineer is typically eliminated in modern commercial airliners, which are operated by only a captain and first officer on a global scale. The personnel requirements, training costs, and operational complexity are all increased by the necessity of maintaining a three-person crew. The upgraded two-crew cockpit is the favored aircraft configuration of S7. Look, no airline wants to pay an extra salary for a third person in the cockpit these days when computers can do the job just fine. Nevertheless, the airline has acknowledged that it is willing to accept the initial deliveries with the current three-person cockpit if a definitive modernization roadmap is provided. The two-crew version is currently in the development phase, according to United Aircraft Corporation, which is responsible for Tupolev. It is expected that the production contract will incorporate the final technical specifications by the conclusion of 2026. Beyond the flight crew dilemma, performance guarantees are still missing, and S7 is seeking assurances that the Tu-214 will undergo additional operational performance improvements in addition to the cockpit redesign. The airline is seeking contractual guarantees that include improved flight characteristics, reduced maintenance downtime, and increased aircraft availability, as per industry sources. These factors are important because the profitability of an airline is heavily impacted by the number of hours an aircraft can spend in flight rather than in maintenance. Even though engineers are of the opinion that a large number of these improvements are technically feasible, manufacturers have reportedly been hesitant to commit to specific timelines within the contract. One potential solution necessitates the adaptation of technologies that were originally developed for the Tu-214SM, a modernized variant that was certified in 2013 and featured a two-pilot configuration. However, the Tu-214SM never entered serial production. Engineers believe that this design has the potential to serve as a framework for the enhancement of the Tu-214. But wait, we have a lot more coming up right after this, including the jaw-dropping new price tag per plane and why the delivery timeline is a total mess. So do not go anywhere. Now, shifting over to the money side of things, the rapidly increasing cost of the aircraft is another major challenge. According to reports, the initial discussions reportedly envisioned S7 acquiring Tu-214 aircraft for an estimated 3.3 billion rubles each, a price that was similar to the previous price considered for Aeroflot. Nevertheless, the current estimates indicate that the production cost of each aircraft is nearly triple the original estimate, at approximately 8.9 billion rubles. The Ministry of Industry and Trade of Russia is reportedly in pursuit of government subsidies that would reduce the effective purchase price to approximately 6 billion rubles. The aircraft would continue to be significantly more expensive than originally anticipated, even with that support. Additionally, industry sources indicate that the development of the new two-crew cockpit configuration may necessitate over 20 billion rubles in additional funding. Airlines may find it difficult to justify such a significant investment in the absence of government assistance, particularly when they are also contending with other operational and financial constraints. Even though a memorandum was signed, the final contract is still pending. The ongoing negotiations are the result of a memorandum that was signed by S7 and United Aircraft Corporation in late 2024 at an event held at the Kazan Aviation Plant. The financing framework was established through the signing of a distinct three-party memorandum in February 2026, which involved the state transport leasing company. Anton Alikhanov, the industry minister of Russia, has recently verified that discussions regarding the procurement of 70 to 100 aircraft for S7 are currently underway. The priority of adapting the Tu-214 for two-person cockpit operations has been repeatedly underscored by government officials, as it will result in a substantial reduction in airline operating expenses. S7 maintains that negotiations are ongoing, despite allegations that the deal's future is uncertain. The airline has stated that discussions regarding technical requirements, operating economics, financing models, and logistical support are ongoing, emphasizing that the talks have not broken down. However, production delays continue to affect the delivery timeline. Deliveries are still years away, even if the contract is finalized this year. The first deliveries of the Tu-214 were initially planned to commence in 2023 as part of Russia's aviation development program. Nevertheless, the Kazan Aviation Plant's production expansion has been slower than expected. Defense contracts continue to consume a major portion of manufacturing capacity, while factory modernization remains incomplete. United Aircraft Corporation anticipates that the initial 4 Tu-214 aircraft for government customers will be delivered in 2026, with an additional 8 aircraft scheduled for delivery in 2027. The annual production is expected to progressively increase to approximately 20 aircraft per year. The earliest possible date for the arrival of aircraft at S7 would be late 2029, as government orders are prioritized. According to reports, Red Wings Airlines and Yakutia have been designated the production slots that were previously informally associated with S7. This delay was due to S7's decision not to provide advance payments until technical details were finalized. As we track these changing delivery schedules on our Altitude Addicts channel, it becomes obvious that logistics are a massive headache. For instance, the aircraft's current 3-person cockpit creates additional challenges beyond staffing. Russia has not yet established a fully funded national training program for flight engineers who would operate the Tu-214 fleet before cockpit modernization becomes available. According to industry projections, each aircraft would necessitate 5 or 6 full flight crews. Hold on, because we still need to look at whether S7 will completely abandon this jet for the newer MC-21 and how the government's cash flow changes everything. So stay tuned. Approximately 50 hours of practical flight training are required for each flight engineer. The Tu-214 consumes over 3 tons of jet fuel per flight hour, which means that the cost of training for 6 flight engineers on a single aircraft could exceed 90 million rubles, even before factoring in pilot salaries and other operational expenses. The cost of training would be nearly 1 billion rubles if the requirement were to be scaled across a fleet of 10 aircraft, resulting in an additional financial burden that airlines are unlikely to be able to bear without government assistance. This brings up a fascinating alternative, as some industry observers believe that S7 could eventually adopt Aeroflot's approach by diverting future orders toward the MC-21 rather than the Tu-214. Aeroflot had initially intended to acquire Tu-14 aircraft. However, it ultimately redirected its fleet strategy to the domestically developed MC-21. The MC-21 production line may have additional capacity after Aeroflot's substantial orders are fulfilled in the next decade, according to supporters of this proposal. However, there are those who contend that the Tu-214's expanded seating capacity and extended range render it more appropriate for specific domestic and international routes, rendering it an appealing option for S7. In contrast, the current production cost of new MC-21-310 airliners is approximately 9 billion rubles. Nevertheless, the aircraft will be delivered to Aeroflot at a cost of 3.6 billion rubles per unit. Increasing production will enable the cost to reach an estimated 7.4 billion rubles per aircraft. Ultimately, financing may determine the outcome. According to industry analysts, the technical obstacles associated with the Tu-214 are largely resolvable. The more challenging challenge is securing the necessary funding to expand production and modernize the aircraft. According to experts, aircraft development and the establishment of a consistent manufacturing cycle are contingent upon stable government financing. It is deemed more economically sustainable to maintain consistent annual production, even at relatively modest levels, than to attempt rapid production surges followed by idle factory periods. Here at Altitude Addicts, we will keep a close eye on how this unfolding situation shapes the future of the skies. Currently, S7 is in the process of negotiating and is awaiting a more definitive understanding of the pricing of aircraft, technical enhancements, production schedules, and government support. The future of Russia's domestically constructed commercial aviation fleet over the next decade is expected to be significantly influenced by the results of these discussions. We thank the people who have liked and shared the videos and subscribed to the channel. We also thank the people who have hyped the videos